Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome or welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today we're making potatoes au gratin, a comforting and indulgent meal that combines tender potato layers filled with creamy cheese sauce, baked to golden perfection. I can't wait to show you guys how to make it, so let's get started. Alright, so diving right into this recipe, we're going to preheat our oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 162 degrees Celsius. We're also going to melt 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter and brush it all on the inside of an oval-shaped, broiler-safe baking dish. And you can set this aside for now. We're also going to need 1 large yellow onion, as well as 3 pounds worth of gold potatoes that have been unpeeled, and we're going to slice both the onion and the gold potatoes carefully with either a sharp knife or a mandolin slicer. Once we have both of those vegetables sliced, we want to arrange the potato and onion ring slices one after the other, standing them slightly vertically, starting at the edge of the pan and working your way around the baking dish towards the center in slightly overlapping concentric circles. And if you have gaps that appear while you're doing this, you can always tuck in smaller pieces of potato and onion into those gaps. We're also going to cover the dish with a damp paper towel while we prepare the rest of the ingredients. So now in a medium sauce pot set over medium heat or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius, we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of unsalted butter and allow that to melt and whisk it until it becomes foamy. Then you're also going to add in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour and whisk that constantly until the flour is absorbed into the butter. Now you're going to add slowly 1 3/4 cups worth of heavy cream into this mix, whisking it constantly until the mix is smooth. We're going to follow that up by adding 1 tablespoon's worth of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, 3 garlic cloves that have been minced, and an 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Whisking those all together until they're well combined. You want to bring this mix to a simmer while you whisk it constantly so it doesn't scald. And then you want to remove this from the heat and whisk in 3/4 cups worth of our sharp white cheddar cheese, as well as 1/2 cup of our Gruyere cheese, adding them a bit at a time to allow them to blend more smoothly. You now want to pour this mix evenly over the potato onion mixture. You're going to add another 3/4 cups worth of the sharp white cheddar cheese, as well as another 1/2 cup's worth of Gruyere cheese on top of this dish. And then you want to cover the dish with aluminum foil, and we're going to bake this for about 1 hour. The cheese should have melted and the potatoes will be easily pierced by a fork. Now you want to carefully remove this from the oven and then remove the aluminum foil. And now you're going to turn on the broiler to your oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit or 260 degrees Celsius. You want to broil this for about 3 to 4 minutes or until the cheese is bubbly and lightly browned in spots. After that time is up, you want to remove it from the oven and allow this to rest prior to serving. And you can also garnish this with some freshly chopped chives and serve. Congrats, you've made potatoes au gratin right at home. For a tip or a variation on this recipe, you can try adding some thinly sliced leeks instead of onions between each potato layer. This makes a sizable dish that has plenty to share, and it is truly packed with flavor. I can't wait for you guys to try this at home, and when you do, be sure to tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on this dish. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 5, Mastering Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in my description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make this recipe, and if you did, make sure you smash that like button for me. It's one of the best ways to help the channel out. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button too. And sharing is caring, so if you enjoyed this recipe and think someone else will too, feel free to share this with all your family and friends. And stay tuned for next week, where I try to make a great drink with a punch to it, my Irish coffee. You don't want to miss that one. Well, thanks again for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. You can always check out more on my page now. YouTube thinks you'll like these videos, so let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.